Been a long night. So I'm literally just getting up. And what did I get up to? A donation from my brother Action Jackson. Action Jackson. Look, I want to thank you, brother. I still ain't got my voice back, man. I've been trying to crank out content, and I got another. I did two videos last night back to back. And the last video, I'm screaming, I'm shouting, and I done lost my damn voice, y'all. But anyway, I want to give a special shout out to Action Jackson for the Cash App donation. Appreciate you, brother. It helps out a lot, and give a shout out to everybody that you know uh, that has donated and watched the channel. You know, I went in last night. Um, I hope YouTube don't take this second video down because I went in so hard. I lost my voice. Man, I didn't end up going to bed. I didn't end up getting sleepy until 10 something this morning. Yeah, I stayed all the way up to 10 something this morning. No, I think it was like 11. That's why my ass is just not waking up because I stayed up all night, all the way into the morning. But anyway, I gotta get something for my throat. I don't lost my voice, and shout out to everybody. What's up, nephew, New Orleans? What's up, what's up, Matt? Again, what's up, brother? So my voice is gone now. But the good news is I am feeling better. Whatever that shit was I had, that cold, when I first had it, like 2, 3 days, I got that shit Wednesday. And I couldn't even get out of bed, didn't have no appetite. Shit. I'm back good. I just don't lost my voice and I still got a little bit of cough. Anytime when you back fucking, when I'm back fucking, look, nigga, when I'm back fucking, then yes, I am 100%. I just got to get my voice back and get rid of this little ass cough. Shit. But anyway, Action Jackson, just like the movie, man, you are a hit. You are the bomb. Appreciate it. Shout out to oh man, I might as well let me say this and let me get it out there. I ain't trying to put our business out there, Rest B. But I do feel kind of bad. I owe my brother Rest B an apology because when I was sick, I'm gonna go on and put it out there and throw it out there and make my own damn stuff look bad. When I was sick and doped up on that medicine, I ain't using that as no excuse, but I didn't care for the Uzi. All right. When I went, I had two Uzis. The first Uzi I had that brace on it, right? And I shot that one. And I loved the motherfucker because it had that brace on it. And then I ended up letting my nephew talk me into, selling it to him. And he gave me that, my nephew gave me that micro Draco and some money for it, right? So I said, you know what, nephew, I'm gonna go on and bless you with that micro Uzi. I mean the Uzi Pro. So as soon as I did the trade and sale, I got the micro Draco, and then I started missing the Uzi. So um, Spencer at Armed in Michigan, Spencer actually had got in another Uzi. And I was like, you know what? I missed my Uzi. Because as soon as I sold it, I started seeing New Jack City, Scarface, Invasion USA, every old school movie that had a Uzi in it. So I got my Uzi again. So uh the last week or so when I went to the range, I shot the new Uzi that I got that ain't got the brace on it. And by not having that brace on it, I think it looked better without the brace, but it don't shoot better without that brace. So, I kind of put it out there that I might sell it. And I shouldn't have done it because I told West B I kind of was selling it, that I would sell it. And I was gonna do the FFL thing. The brother was gonna pay me. Oh my God, West B had been so good to me. And then he was gonna be even more better to me. He was gonna pay me the same. He was gonna pay me the same money that I paid for it, which was 1,100. And I was like, you know what? I don't really. I had made it to the point to where I had boxed it up and everything, and I was gonna get it to Spencer for the FFL, right? But we a real bad snowstorm hit us that Friday, and Spencer and them lost their power, and then it didn't work out because Spencer and them at Arlington, Michigan lost their power. Then West B was gonna cash out me the 1,100 that Thursday night. But guess what? He had a winky dinky jinky bank. So the bank wouldn't let him use his own goddamn money to the bank wouldn't even let him cash out the bank wouldn't let him put the bank wouldn't let him cash out me the money. Cause I was like, well, and he gotta cash out me now. But he was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. Cause man, let me tell you something. Rest B don't bless me. Just the other week, Rest B blessed me with hundreds of dollars. That's why I say I could have bought a gun with it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna look out. And but but that damn bank that he got, they one of them type of banks that's strict where if they see you spending a large amount of your own money, they'll lock your own goddamn card and then question you about what you're doing with your own goddamn money. You should be able to say, hey man, that was me. That wasn't no suspicious activity. That was me. No, unlock my shit. But he couldn't do it. And by being matter of fact, that was Friday night. Yep, That was Friday night. My bad. It wasn't Thursday night. It was Friday night, and we got hit that Friday night by the snowstorm. So two things lined up. I was supposed to have went to Freedom Hostess to use them for the FFL, but they were closed because that snowstorm knocked their power out. Rest B was supposed to have to cash out me $1,100, but the bank wouldn't let him do it because he suspected suspicious activity. So that left it till Monday. Well, guess what? I was in no go. I was in I had time to think about it, and then I was thinking about still getting that Draco 9S. So I mentioned that I was letting the Uzi go to the gun shop owner. Gun shop owner said, "What? Are you crazy? Is you getting rid of a Uzi? Do you know how rare and hard to find a Uzi is?" And I said, "Yeah, I know they're kind of hard to get. They ain't been discontinued." He was like, "But they hard to get. We can't even get them in our gun shop." He was like, "If I was UT, I'd keep that Uzi. I hold on to that, man. Everybody need a Uzi in their collection, especially since you got all the other IWI stuff." And then I thought about it. That didn't make my decision for me, but I thought about it, and then I went to looking at it, and I said, "Damn, man, it is legendary and it is iconic." So I was like, you know what? Off the rip, I told West B, I said I may do it. I'm still ain't 100% yet. But when he hit me with, man, I give you what you paid for it. I give you that 1,100. I cash out. But one of the worst things I had to do was tell him. I said, man, you know what? I'm sorry, cause even though I was sick, didn't have a voice, me and West B, that Friday night we talked on the phone for at least 2 hours. We called each other 3 times that night. And I had to tell him, I said, you know what, West B, I think I'm going to hold on to it. But I promise you this, brother, that if I do finally do decide to get rid of it, you'll be the first one that got the dibs on it. I'll make sure, you know. So then I said, but you know what? I said I sell the micro Draco because I got two micro Dracos. I don't need two micro Dracos. And I said I'll let you get it for anybody else's, because it's got the brace on it and the Magpul grip. I said anybody else it'd be about 1,400 or 1,300 at least. I ain't going no lower than 1,300 on it. But for you, my brother, I'll let you get it for 9. And he said he would get it, but at the last minute, he changed his mind too. He said he want the MPA. So I was gonna sell him at least one of them, but like I said, he already got it to stop her. And just like I changed my mind, he had the right to change his mind. So he gonna get him one of the masterpiece arms because he wants something that look like a Uzi. You know what I'm saying? So I decided for now to hold on to the Uzi. I didn't want to seem like I'm a flip flopper or nothing like that. But I just listen. Everybody got a right before that money is put in your hand. You got a right to change your mind at the last minute. Don't feel bad about it. Ain't no hard feelings between neither one of us. We still love each other. That's still my brother at the end of the day. And like I say, if that motherfucking Cash App would have worked and he sent that goddamn $1,100 to my Cash App, no way I would have changed my mind because the deal would have been sealed. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way I'm pulling out of it. I would have went that Saturday. Well, I couldn't have went that Saturday because Spencer and power was off. It would have had to wait till Monday. Till they got they power back on and whatnot. But you know what? I'm gonna do more gun, and this happened literally 2 days ago while I was still sick. But I love you, Recipe. I appreciate all the donations that you ever have gave to me, and most importantly, man, I appreciate you, man. You took me in your home when you video called and I was sick, and talked for like 2 hours, and you showed me your dogs and shit. Recipe got a whole, what is it, baby? A can? Yeah. Recipe got a whole. Let me shut the fuck up because I'm putting his business out there. He might not want nobody know all that and stuff. Let me shut the fuck up. But Recipe, if you watching, if I do decide to let it go, man, you will be the first. It's like when the gun shop owner point blank was like, man, and by the way, I think they mad at me because I ain't buy that motherfucking Micro Draco 9S. I got to thinking about that. I'm like, what the fuck do I need a motherfucking Draco that shoots 9mm for? I mean, it's cool to have, but why the fuck would I want that? Why would I want to just add another gun just to put it in the safe to collect dust like the other motherfucking 21 guns I got? And then I thought about this. If I get that Micro Draco 9S, would it replace that Scorpion? And by the way, the Draco 9S take the same mags that the Scorpion take. So, in my opinion, the Micro Score, in my opinion, the Micro Scorpion looks better than the Draco 9S. And then I already got two Micro Dracos. So do I need to add a 9mm that takes Scorpion mags to the mix? Now I ain't gonna lie. They said, T, you can get that motherfucker from us for $640. That's not shit for me to pay. It ain't shit for me to pay. But they said we would be, because they said we want you to come down and YouTube for us and promote our gun shop. That's why we'll let you get it for $640. Anybody else, they gonna pay, a little bit more. But because you almost got 20,000 subscribers, man, we can work deals out where you can promote. Because I told them my subscribers are loyal to me, and if I recommend something, they will at least check it out. So, but do I really need to do that? Do I really need that? Then they got some other AR 15s for 600. They got a fucking AR 15 that shoot AK-47 rounds, 7.62 by 39 for $600. So I thought about that, but then I said, wait a minute, I already got two micro Dracos. I already got a Maximum Defense PDX that's chambered in 7.62 by 39. Look, man, at some point you got to check yourself. I got to stop spending money just because I got money to spend. And that's been my mistake all my life. Because I got money, it's been like, well, let me spend it on something. Whether it's a car and I don't need a car, whether it's a gun and I don't need a gun, and then sometimes I get in a jam and I end up broke as fuck because I don't went on these fucking spending sprees and these fucking spending sprees, even tapping into my savings, spending all that shit and just spending shit because you can afford to get it at that time. And for the first time in my life, I didn't listen to um I didn't listen to that money devil. I said, you know what? It might be other things, that I may need in the future. More important stuff. Is it so urgent for me to go spend $640 for a gun when I already got 21 other guns? To me, it's more of a want than a need. I don't need it. I don't need any of that shit. So for the first time, you know, don't get me wrong, I would never spend my absolutely last on anything. That ain't gonna happen. But I'm just saying, sometimes it get to a point where you get excess money and you can, spend shit and you don't even notice that the money gone. But fuck it, I don't need it. So for the first time, when it come to guns, I didn't need it. I turned it down. And by the way, that micro Draco, I mean, it ain't no micro Draco. That Draco 9S, it's a full size Draco. It looked just like that the Palmetto State Armory AKV I had a couple of years ago. It looked just like it, but it ain't made by Palmetto State Armory. It's actually a real Draco made in Romania, and it's imported by Century Arms. And I could have got it. The guy point blank blew my Instagram up, texting me pictures, texting me everything. They might be pissed off at me because I'm kind of the one that had them order the motherfucker. So I've been fucking up. I've been fucking up. Anyway, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Um, I just want to let y'all know that I appreciate y'all, man, and I love you. You feel me? And oh, West B, I didn't know you was in here, brother. I ain't gonna lie, man, I got, I, I, I mean, the Draco was yours, but I ain't mad at you because you didn't want no Draco. You wanted that fucking Uzi. And I hope that the masterpiece, I had a masterpiece on. See, another bad thing is about me, I get a gun, I buy a gun out of boredom or just out of impulse, get the motherfucker, keep it for a week or two and get tired of it, and then end up selling it back to the gun shop for less than half than what I paid for it. That's what happened to the Freedom Ordinance FX9. I paid good money for that and sold it back for less than half than what I paid for it. So a lot of guns I'll buy and then I get tired of it and then I end up, selling it on the cheap, cheaper than what I paid for it, losing money. I got tired of doing that, so I might have would have got the Draco 9S, and maybe a week or two from now, like what the fuck I need a Draco that shoot 9mm for, when I got a what the fuck I need a Draco that shoot 9mm when I got the real when I got two real Dracos that shoot 7.62 by 39. Why would I need a Draco that shoot 9mm when I got a Scorpion that that shoots flawless? When I got an MPX that shoot 9mm that shoots flawless? When I got a Uzi, even though it's awkward, it ain't practical, it still shoots 9mm. When I got a Century Arms AP5, MP5 clone that shoots a 9mm. I got four sub guns that shoot 9mm. That $640 gonna stay in my motherfucking bank. I'm concentrating on accumulating money, not spending money just because I got it to spend. That's stupid. I ain't being stupid no more. And I got people, I ain't gonna mention their names, but they kind of a bad influence. They texting me every day, hey, it's a new gun out. T, you need to buy that gun. T is not a rich man by no means. I maintain I'm doing all right. So I don't need, no offense, but I got my own brain and I know what to do and not to do, So keep on, y'all. Keep on sending me pictures of guns and all that and stuff. You ain't putting no gun to my head making me buy anything. But rest be, I want to give you a sincere apology, man, because it went as far as me boxing the Uzi up in front of you on video call, brother. Putting it in that blue bio bag that they come in. You know what I'm saying? I put the motherfucker, I was going to give him the accessories and everything because he was going to bless me and give me what I paid for it. I paid $1,100 for the bitch. Damn, snot coming all out. God damn. But West be a good dude. He's blessed me many, many, many times. And Action Jackson, thank you for the donation, brother. But yeah, man, this life. But I promise you this, West B. Get rid of that goddamn pussy ass bank that you got, brother. Because if that motherfucking Cash App would have went through and you would have put that $1,100 into my Cash App account, brother, that motherfucker Uzi would have been shipped. I don't give a fuck whether I would have changed my mind or not. Once when that once when I would have got the money, I'm like, okay, I'm in it now. You know what I'm saying? I can't do the brother like that. But that old pussy ass bank that you got, brother, it I don't know. And then, matter of fact, it would have been guaranteed. But because that and I still was gonna go the next day, whether you didn't send me the money or not, I was gonna go the next day. What really did it was when Armed in Michigan, when Spencer and them shot, the power got knocked out. So that's what really did it. But that motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie, if I would have got that goddamn shit, man, somebody cash out me $1,100 now for that motherfucker Uzi, I still might let that motherfucker go. I don't know. I'm starting to like money more than guns, goddammit. I might be selling all these motherfuckers in a minute. I don't need no motherfucking 21 guns. What the fuck I'm gonna do with 21 guns? If somebody was to come up in this bitch right now, a savage, I can't use all 21 guns on they funky asses. All I need is two motherfucking guns. And I might just downgrade back down to two motherfucking guns. And guess what? If I sell the other 19 guns, that's another $40,000 I have in my bank account. You feel me? At least close to 40,000. If I sell them through arms list. Now, if I try to sell them at a gun shop, they gonna bust your ass. You might as well bend over. They ain't gonna put no Vaseline. If you really need money, don't you ever sell your motherfucking guns at a gun shop. Cause they gonna bend you over and fuck you real good. And I've been fucked a couple of times myself, and I acknowledge it. They got over good on me. You got to be a desperate motherfucker to sell your guns at a gun shop. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. I sold two guns for the price of one. I ain't going to get into no detail because it's still embarrassing, man. I was depressed and I didn't like the guns no more. I didn't want them motherfuckers no more. And I just, I don't know. I look back at it. I look back on it and I'm like, man, what the fuck was I thinking? And it was quality guns. It was a brand, and the other one was the BNT. Yeah, and I sold both of them for the price of one. So yeah, the gun. I ain't gonna mention who the owner of the gun shop was, but at the time when I sold it, they was low on money inside the gun shop. When he saw me coming there with them two sexy motherfucking guns, he said, you keep your ass right there. I'm about to run to the bank. He left his shop to go to the bank. The deal was so good. But I ain't gonna talk about it no more. I don't need nobody talking about me, calling me stupid or dumb for what I did. I told you I was going. I don't know why. I don't know why I did what I did, but I did it. God damn it. And you live and you motherfucking learn. You know. But it is what it is. And I promise you, SB, if I do decide to sell, well, you don't want the motherfucker now if you don't got the masterpiece arms. Now I'm starting to lean back towards selling the motherfucker now. Ain't that a bitch? I can't make up my mind. Hold on, y'all. Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on. Just hold up. Hold up, goddammit. Y'all don't need to be seeing my ashy ass feet, okay? That's one thing. My baby don't massage me, made love to me, swallowed me, everything. But what she ain't gonna do is touch my motherfucking feet though. That's something she ain't gonna do. You look at that mother. Oh, hold on. That ain't it. That's the Uzi right there, y'all. That's that Uzi. That's it right there. And I know Eddie Torres was not gonna get mad at me. Eddie Torres just sent me, donated me 2 32 round mags. But I don't know. I still might let this motherfucker go. You know, even though it's iconic and legendary, I still might let the motherfucker. There it is, right there. But then I got, all the other guns, and I got all that, right there. But that's the Uzi right there. So I don't know, man. West B, I promise you that if I did, West B probably don't even want to get it on if he got that masterpiece arms. You know what I'm saying? He probably don't even want it no more now, but I might just sell it. I throw that motherfucker up on arms list for about, for 11. I don't know. Breast B. I told Breast B he ain't had to give me 1,100 for it. I said just give me 1,000 for it. You know what I'm saying? Breast B was like, "Nah, T, I don't want you losing." This is the type of good dude Breast B is. Breast B was like, "Nah, T, I don't want you losing out on no money. If you say you paid 1,100 for it, and you said the first time you shot it was at the range, well, hell, it's still brand new. You only put 2 mags through it. Two. That's the only and first time that motherfucker was shot was the last range video that I did when I tested those 2 32 round mags. I probably, I probably won't even shoot the motherfucker no more, to be honest. I never really shoot my guns. That Rattler that I shot, the last time I was at the range, that was only the second time I shot it. So I don't know. I might go on and let that motherfucker go, man. $1,100. Or if he don't want it, I might put it up on arms list for 1,000. because I feel like, it did. I don't know. I ain't never did no FFL shit. And Arms List is local. They local and shit. I prefer to do local. You can meet up with the person. I don't know. It's just something for me to think about. I still might let that bitch go. I don't know. I know I'm about to get rid of that micro Draco, but if I sell that fucking micro Draco, that micro Draco going for 1,300. I ain't going no lower than 13 for that micro Draco. And when I got it for my nephew, I knew I was gonna end up selling it because I don't need two micro Dracos. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. I'm about to show the micro Draco. YouTube don't allow you to have guns, whole guns on live. And I ain't trying to get no strike on my channel, but hold on. Yes, sir, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, Micro Draco, baby. Yes. Oh, my God. Yes, baby. Micro Draco. Yes. Oh, the sexy. Damn. Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. I love these motherfuckers, man. You got the Draco, baby. That's what the fuck I'm talking about right there, man. That's what the fuck I'm talking about right there. This motherfucker right here, this motherfucker, and it's got the fucking fuck you ATF brace on it. It's got the fuck you ATF brace side folder. That's the one I was gonna let my brother West B get for 900 because I love him. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else? 13. Now this right here, that's the custom Micro Draco right there. I bought it like that. I've been had that gun for about 3 years now. That's that custom boy. It's got the sound shield on it with the extra muscle brake. It's got the red dot optic Picatinny rail with a pick rail. It's got the whole grip. And if y'all, how many of y'all fuck with me where y'all remember the original brace? But I'm thinking about taking the triangle side folding brace and putting the original AR brace that came with it. Yes, it came with a side folding SB Tactical SB3 brace. And I'm thinking about removing that brace and putting the original brace on there. You know what I'm saying? But anywhere it go, it's got that fucking hold grip, man. It feels so good. It make your dick hard. That grip feels so good. So I would never let that one go. But this one, 13. I think I'm going to put it up on arms list tonight. I'm going to make me another arms list account. One thing about the motherfuckers up on arms list, man, they some low balling motherfuckers. You hear me? They would try to talk you down. I remember one time I was selling a motherfucker gun, and this motherfucker pissed me the fuck off. I said, motherfucker. I said, look, I put my number up on there, and the motherfucker texted me, right? And he was like, I want to buy the gun. But as soon as we started talking on the fucking phone, the motherfucker named off of this or why I should lower the price of the gun. I said, motherfucker, this ain't let's make a motherfucking deal, nigga. You either got the motherfucking money or you don't. Don't waste my motherfucking time. I hate that when a motherfucker call you up and then try to, do a point system on the gun and then start saying why you should, reduce the price of it. Motherfucker, if I say that I'm firm on the motherfucking price, nigga, I'm firm on that motherfucking price. This is not, let's get this understood. This is not, let's make a motherfucking deal. You either got the money or you don't, motherfucker. And if you don't got it, then if I ain't sold it, get the fucking rest of the money up. I hate you lowballing motherfuckers. That's the reason why I don't put my shit up on arms list. No way, no more. Anyway, because of them low balling motherfuckers. You feel me? Them low balling motherfuckers. This ain't no motherfucking let's make a deal. You know, now that don't mean I won't negotiate with you, but this motherfucker, I'm on the phone with this motherfucker for 20 minutes. Oh, that's when I was trying to sell that ump I had. Well, they ain't the authentic HK mags. They ain't the it ain't the original HK brace on it. I said, motherfucker, I ain't got time for this shit, nigga. You either gonna buy this motherfucker or you ain't gonna buy it. And if you ain't got the motherfucking money, don't waste my goddamn time, motherfucker. I can't stand that shit, man. You know, give people respect. Now, it's all right, you know, when I be buying my guns off of arms list, I ask them, hey man, what's the lowest you can go? But I ain't gonna be, you know, talking down on the gun and saying, well, you overcharging, and I don't do none of that shit. I said, man, can you work with me? You know, what's the lowest you willing to, you know, what's your bottom dollar? What's the lowest you willing to take? And if they don't want to budge, I let it be. You know, I ain't gonna be on there trying to argue with you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this motherfucker has got to go. It's got to go. And I'm still thinking about West B. I might still let the Uzi go. If you don't want that motherfucker, then I just throw it up on arms list for 1,000. I paid 1,100 for it. I'll take that $100 loss. And I'm patient because I remember I had a gun up on arms list for damn near almost a year. And somebody finally wanted it. And it was a trade. It wasn't to sell. It was a trade. A good old some dude all the way in the upper peninsula of Michigan traveled 4 hours to get it. I didn't like the Chris Vector's carbines. Them motherfuckers too long. So I wanted to trade it for the Chris Vector pistol. You know, I had the carbine. Man, he traveled about 5 hours to meet me in Canton, and he had the Chris Vector 10 millimeter pistol. I had the Chris Vector 45 ACP carbine. He wanted to get it. I said, you know what, brother? I feel so bad for you. You willing to travel 5 hours. And we I said, you know what? I'm gonna give you, what did I give him? Because it was gonna be an even trade. I gave him like $40 for gas just for him coming, because I wanted that fucking pistol version of the Chris Vector. And I said, that's the least I can do for you, brother. I'm going to put $40 in your hands for your gas. And he was like, thank you, sir. And I let him, you know, y'all, if I don't know how many of y'all was following me, you know, when I had the Chris Vector carbine. It was 45 ACP. So now the Lord done blessed me. I got the Chris Vector 10 millimeter pistol, and now I got a Chris Vector 45 ACP pistol, man. God is good, you feel me? But I don't need no two Dracos. So this Draco right here, for about 1,300, I'm gonna let that bitch go. I don't want to go no lower than 13, you know. Um, and I might, shit, Breast B might not even want to fuck with me no more. He be like, T, if I get that, who's T, be don't change his motherfucking mind again. God damn, man, I'm sorry. Man, I'm telling you. What the, huh? What store is open this time of night? Oh, you talking about Myers? All right. You want to go to Myers? We can go to Myers. Well, I can get some toilet paper from the gas station to hold us over the night. But we kind of do want, you know, we could go to Myers. And then my family, my brothers and sisters love when we go do the Myers, go to Myers and shit. I don't know. We might just cruise on out to the Myers. The thing about the Myers, stay open till 12 midnight. They stay open till 12. So yeah. Oh, okay. And we can get some oil because the other hood stores is closed now. And you know what? I might ride with the Draco. No, a lot of people will be like, don't ride with no guns with braces on it now because they SBRs now with a brace. I say I don't give a fuck, man. I'll ride with this motherfucker without what's so easy about it. This is can be took off just by removing the loosening up the pistol grip. But you know what? If you get stopped by the police and the police get on you because you're legal armed, you legally armed, and your gun got a brace on it, they got to be a whole ass cop to write you up and report you to the ATF because you got a fucking brace on there. What I don't like about the ATF, they told us that braces was all good. They told us that. They let us spend our money. And these braces, this brace right here was $200. Well, it was $198, but with taxes, yes, it was $200. And they telling me that I can't use that motherfucker now. ATF, you suck my motherfucking dick. And I'm still gonna ride with my truck gun with the brace on it, motherfucker. And if a hoe ass cop, well, I didn't mean to say hoe ass cop, but if a cop gonna make a big deal out of it because I got a brace, then he is a motherfucking hoe ass cop. And I think I am gonna ride out there to Myers with my fucking micro Draco. With the fucking brace on it. Cause I'm not fucking complying. I don't give a fuck what y'all do or what y'all don't do. But I ain't complying. The people saying, well, don't get caught with that brace. Well, I would like to think that the cop is cool enough and understandable enough. Okay? I wish all cops was like the police that came to my house that night. And the reason why they came to my house that night because they saw my ring and it was a crime that happened. And they saw the ring and they said, "Did you got footage?" And I'm willing to help the police. I ain't one of them old thug ghetto niggas. No snitching and all that. Nah, motherfucker, if you commit a crime in my motherfucking hood and I see you, I'm telling on your funky ass, you fucking savage. That's what's wrong with the ghettos and the hoods now. This so-called no snitch policy. That's the dumbest, most ridiculous, stupidest, ghettoest ass shit. And you wonder why it's crime rampant in this motherfucker. Because ain't nobody willing to put a stop to it. Well, I ain't got no problem calling 911 if I see a woman getting attacked or somebody's house getting broken into. Because you know why? You know why? You know why? Because if somebody was to break in my house, I would pray that one of my neighbors would have the gall to call 911 and report this shit. That's what's wrong with niggas in the hood right now. No, nobody want to tell on a motherfucking savage. The fucking savage got, what's the word for it, baby? Autonomy. What's the word for it? What's that word for it when you got these these what you call them things, man? When they got, what you call that, baby, when you got like the British got a consul over here. You got Britain, you got the British diplomacy where they come over here, but you know they got their little setup where can't nobody, the United States can't even go on that motherfucker, even though it's in the United States, but they can't touch it because it's considered, the other country space. I forget what they call it. What is it, man, when you immune to that shit? Immunity, yeah. Savages got immunity, diplomatic immunity in the hood. It's a thing in the ghetto in the hood called no snitching. Because they say if you a snitch, you a bitch. Well, I guess I'm a bitch. Because if I see you, doing some crime in my neighborhood on my street, motherfucker, you better believe I'm gonna snitch on your ass. I'm gonna call. Because I ain't one of them niggas, them ghetto street niggas that live to this so-called cold shit. And all that shit do is just lead to more motherfucking crime. I remember I told my story about a home invasion when that motherfucker ran up in the house. They was in a dope house, baby. And the dope house got raided. And one of the motherfuckers ran up. It's summertime. Niggas keep their doors open in the summertime. Motherfucker ran in the house and I'm struggling. So I ran out. I done had my shoes on, and my brother Tony had just pulled the carpet up and put down tile. I still don't know why mom and them won't let Tony. I still don't know why mom and them let Tony pull the carpet up and put fucking tile down in the living room. But that particular day, I done had my shoes on, and that savage tried to run up in there, and we tussling, and I didn't have no good grip because I didn't have my shoes on, and that tile was slippery because Tony put that goddamn tile down. So when my brother Tony saw it, Tony, a big buff brother, big old dude, weightlifting, no one weightlifting competitions. Yeah, that's my brother, and I'm proud of him. Tony saw that nigga, picked that motherfucker up, and body slammed his ass. And I ran out on the porch. I was stopping to see all of the police out there looking. I said, hey, he ran up in here. He ran up in here. And the cops came in. Two of them, I'll never forget it, man. They came up, ran up, and they socked that motherfucker. They said, you ran up in these people's house, and that cop just took his fist and bashed that motherfucker on the side of his head. And then there was another cop ran up. This one had a ski mask on, and that was the first time I ever saw a MP5. That was the first time I ever seen him. So this cop was in like a special unit, man. Probably SWAT or something. That's the first time I ever seen an MP5. And I said, God damn. I said, that motherfucker is sweet. Who knew, 20 years later, I would have one. But his, I guarantee you, his was fully auto. But do you know, when I told my story, I had some ignorant niggas, because that's exactly what they are. Ignorant niggas get on me and say, hey, T, you a snitch. You snitched on him. He was just trying to run from the police. You snitched on him. You dumb, ignorant nigga. You's a dumb, ignorant, uneducated nigga. So I supposed to let a motherfucker stranger run up in my parents' house because he's running from the fucking police because he was selling drugs out of a dope house? And what I supposed to do? Sit up in there and crack open a motherfucking beer with this motherfucker? And this is the ignorant ghetto nigga mentality that's we got in this fucking hood. This is why Detroit is so fucked up, because ghetto ignorant niggas like you that got to be put down. When you're facing an ignorant nigga like that, it's either gonna be your life or his life. Because niggas like that, I guarantee you got to kill. You got to send a funky town. Because an ignorant nigga like that, he will die for his pride. And it's all about who being the toughest out there. You look at a nigga the wrong way, he'll be ready to blow your motherfucking brains out. Matter of fact, it actually happened about 8-9 years ago. A nigga was in a gas station, and a teenager looked at him. I guess he looked at him the wrong way, and the nigga shot and killed him. Just for standing. So, yes, motherfuckers, you got to be armed for these niggas. Fuck it, I ain't gonna even call them savages no more than niggas. You a ignorant ass nigga to say, hey, you a snitch for calling the police or signaling for the police to come because somebody don't home invaded up in your house because they're on the run from the police. Maybe the motherfucker wasn't gonna do nothing. Maybe the motherfucker was just trying to hide out. But guess what? The motherfucker shouldn't have been selling dope in the first motherfucking place. That comes with the territory, my brothers. When you get in a dope gang, it's either one or two things gonna happen. You gonna do some jail time, or you gonna have to kill somebody, or greatly wound somebody, or they gonna kill you or fuck you up. One or the other. I had family members in the drug gang, so I know how it is. My cousin Freddie King was making $80,000 a week. But guess what? Freddie King ended up killing somebody. And he did 25 years. And the fucked up part about it, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something, man. Freddie King, my cousin, was making $80,000 a week selling crack. He recruited even a couple of my brothers. Yeah. And my parents were so fucking pissed off. I ain't gonna say they disowned them, but they kicked them the fuck out. Cause they were strict. My parents were strict. My mother a preacher. But let me tell you something. Freddie King, I'm not advocating what's the word for it? Condoning. He was spreading money out, giving money out, helping people and everything. But Freddie King got set up by our own cousin. When Freddie King's mother went out of town, Freddie King was keeping his drug money, some of his drug money, in his mother's house. Okay? He was making $80,000 a week. He had over 100,000 in food stamps. And back then in the 80s, food stamps was actually, if y'all know anything about food stamps actually was stamps back in the day. Paper stamps. They used to come in little booklets, and you used to have to peel them motherfuckers off. Yes, food stamps was before you had your EBT card. You had food stamps, literally food stamps. Freddie King had over $100,000 in food stamps. He had another 20 or 30, 40,000 in coins and change. So Freddie King had $10,000 in cash hid in his mama's refrigerator. The only person that knew about it was his cousin. His cousin knew this dirty, low-down nigga named Luke. I ain't gonna mention my cousin's name, but the cousin got with Luke, told Luke about it, and they got with another nigga. When Freddie King, mama went on vacation, our cousin set that shit up. They broke in her house. They in there looking for the money. They found 2 big ass jars of corns. They found about 30, 40,000 in food stamps. And while the cousin who set the shit up, they had him out there. They had him take the 2 big jars of corns out there in the food stamps. But while he was out there, that's when they found the 10,000 in cash in the refrigerator, and they didn't let him know about it. They didn't let the cousin know because they didn't want to split the money with him. We found all this shit out later. So some kind of way, man, Freddie King found out who it was that broke in his mama's house and took his 10,000. He didn't want to kill his own cousin. He didn't want to fuck his cousin up. But they still ain't cool to this day. Matter of fact, the cousin had to flee out of the state, and he now in Alabama. But the nigga Luke was a dirty ass nigga. So Freddie King, my cousin, rolled up on Luke. They was looking for his ass. They rolled up on that nigga. When he finally found Luke, he rolled up on Luke. He said, "Hey man, why you breaking my mama house and where my $10,000 at?" Luke said, "Fuck you and fuck your mama." And it triggered my cousin, Freddie King. Freddie King reached in his pocket while he was in the car and pulled out a 9mm Glock 17, and my cousin did tic-tac-toe on that motherfucker's chest. And Luke tried to run, but he later collapsed and that nigga died. And when the police found him, they searched his body. They found crack on him and everything because he took that 10,000, bought drugs with it to sell, and and they found a bag of crack on him and weed and everything, man. That nigga was dead though. My cousin did it. And the my cousin had a bitch ass so-called friend named Gary. Gary happened to be, they was in the truck. I think a Bronco or something at the time. One of them, a Blazer. I think he had a Blazer at the time. Gary snitched on him and told. And that's how Freddie King got caught, because Gary was the witness. Gary saw everything. Gary was in the back seat when Luke, when he shot and killed Luke. And they convicted my cousin, you know, and they gave him 25 years. He did all 25 years. And that's why I say I would never, ever get, I don't give a fuck how good the money is. I would never, ever get in the drug game. I admit it was at one point in my life where somebody tempted me to do it. And I'm going to elaborate on that story. I got a story to tell y'all. The life of T. Electric. I got a story to tell y'all. I got a story to tell you. You know, because when you're young, you do dumb things, man. You do dumb things when you're young. You know what I'm saying? You think you know it all. You don't want to listen to the OGs. You don't want to listen to your parents. You know what I'm saying? You want to rebel and all that shit. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off and get ready to head to Meyer. I need some ice cream in my life. I ain't had ice cream since before I got sick. Oh, shit, yeah. But anyway, y'all, I love y'all. Action Jackson. Thank you, brother. Recipe, thank you for all of what you have done, brother. All the donations. Thank you, What Up, for being one of the best moderators. Midwest Rifleman. Thank you, being one of the best moderators. Anyway, man, I don't cough and talk so motherfucking loud. I don't got a motherfucking headache. But anyway, this bitch has got to go. It's got to go. And that Uzi just might be next. That Uzi just might be next, baby. Shit, West B probably don't even want that motherfucker no more. And I'm probably scared I'm gonna change my motherfucking mind. He probably scared I'm gonna change my motherfucking mind. But I thought about it and I looked at it and I'm like, God damn, it is legendary. It is iconic. It is, I don't know. It's in all of the old school video games, old school movies. I love it in Scarface. I love it in New Jack City. I love it in Invasion USA. I love it I mean, it's just iconic. I mean, not too many people say, hey, man, I got a motherfucking Uzi in my collection. You know what I'm saying? It's just classic and iconic. Is it practical? Hell no. Because I would rather shoot that motherfucker. But nonetheless, it's still a Uzi. But anyway, man, I'm love to all y'all. I can't show my actual feet no more on here. Anyway, I love y'all, man. We about to check out and get ready to go to this motherfucking Meyer. And I'm a broadcast our favorite aisle. I'm a broadcast the ice cream aisle and the liquor aisle. Nah, baby, we already got liquor, don't we? We don't really need to go to the liquor aisle, do we? Do we, baby? We don't need to go in the liquor aisle, do we? Okay, baby. All right, I love y'all, man. I'm out of here, man. I'm out here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here, man. Think about it though. If I would have got made the decision to get into the drug gang, you think I have all these guns legally? You think I might even be dead? I might be in jail, prison, if I would have decided to go that route with my life. I damn sure probably wouldn't have had all these guns. And if I did, they probably would have been illegal guns, street guns. So I'm glad I made that choice because I saw what was happening to family members and relatives and niggas out in the street, man. I grew up in Detroit in the 80s, man, when it was Young Boys Incorporated, when it was Bad Best Friends, when it was the Chamberlain Brothers, I remember all them. I remember them. I remember Best Friends. They was a hit squad, man. I remember Young Boys Incorporated. There was a whole incorporation of drug dealers. I remember Maserati Rick. He's the reason why the hospitals got armed security now. Maserati Rick was killed right there at Sinai Hospital. They tried to assassinate him and he survived and they put him in the hospital and the motherfuckers went in the hospital to finish the job. I remember the Chamberlain brothers. I remember them. Motherfuckers was drug dealing, superstars. Superstars in the hood, man. We're all drug dealers. They had the baddest women, the baddest fucking cars, the coldest outfits, the jewelry. They had it all, man. And I'm not glorizing none of that shit because they also got killed, also lost their freedom. They had to kill people. Then they had to worry about rival drug dealers trying to knock them off to take the number one spot. They had to worry about crackheads, snitching on them, turning on them, robbing them. We knew somebody that was fucked up drug dealer money, man. The drug dealer finally caught him. Guess what they did? Tied him up to a chair and stuck his hand into some fucking battery acid because the motherfucker owed the drug dealer money. Drug dealer strapped him to a chair, stuck his hand into battery acid, then slit his throat, killed him. It's not an easy life, people. But anyway, I'm out of here. I'm about to get dressed. And off the Myers we go. I love y'all. Gun Freak Nation. Salute. Wait a minute, hold on, Westby. You said I never ride the boat home. I always send it all the way from the back. I got you, brother. Damn, I missed out on half of the motherfucking. God damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear my mask on. I ain't trying to go to Myers and infect other people. Action Jackson, Action Jackson, my brother. You a hero, man. You was one of them. I don't want to put your business out there. I don't want to put your business out there, but you need to come on the podcast, Action Jackson, and tell me your story. You told me you had to pull guns on people. You know what I'm saying? You told me you had to do that. You know what I'm saying? You told me that, you know, Action Jackson is basically a police officer. I probably already don't say it too much. Anyway, you need to tell me some of your stories, brother. Anyway, I love you, brother. I love you, Rest B. I love you, man. And hey, I'm out here, baby. I gotta find my mess. Yeah, I gotta get you on the podcast, man, to tell me because you told me you intrigued me that day when you told me. Okay, let me tell you. Hey, Extra Jackson, do you mind me telling people what you used to do, your former occupation? Do you mind me telling that? Do you mind me telling them what you used to do, brother? Yep. Former police authority. He's a hero. He was one of the security police off. He's a security police officer at the hospitals. He works the hospitals. So he the one that do the armed security at these Detroit hospitals. He was at Sinai, and that's one of the worst ones. So he said he had to draw his gun on a couple of people. He don't see when people get shot. He don't saw people pull up, shot, and he had to draw his gun. And I'm gonna have to get it on the podcast so he can tell me some of his stories. You feel me? And I appreciate you, brother. And I salute you, brother. And rest be. God damn it, I might have to box that bitch up, but if you just change your mind or whatever, I don't know, man. You know, that's on you. You might have got the masterpiece of herbs or whatever. I'm gonna have to figure it out. But baby, I gotta put my mask on. I don't want to go in there coughing and all that and shit. And you know, I'm gonna wear my mask. You wear your mask, and we all good. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about no COVID pandemic and all that COVID bullshit and nothing like that. I'm wearing my mask because I don't want to infect nobody else. I don't want nobody else to go through what I went through. So anyway, man, I love y'all. I'm out this motherfucker, and I appreciate y'all. And I will see y'all at Myers. Don't expect me to be my usual funny self though, because I ain't got the voice for it or the energy. But I still might. I don't know. I'm gonna go live. I love you. Salute.